myself cause I can't trust nobody else, Tell me how you gonna love me when you can't even love yourself, It done been so many times when I had on my mind, but I can't talk about it cause they giving out that time. It's feeling like I'm losing time. Feeling like I'm losing time. I put my trust inside myself cause I can't trust nobody else, Tell me how you gonna love me when you can't even love yourself, It done been so many times when I had on my mind, but I can't talk about it cause they giving out that time. It's feeling like I'm losing time. Feeling like I'm losing time. I put my trust inside myself cause I can't trust nobody else, Tell me how you gonna love me when you can't even love yourself, It done been so many times when I had on my mind, but I can't talk about it cause they giving out that time. It's feeling like I'm losing time. Feeling like I'm losing time.
Testing.
Yes, sir.
Testies. Whichever one. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Void. We took a week off, get a break, because we've been going hard, inviting people, setting up blind dates, doing all different times of the day, just all type of stuff. So we back now for season 2. This season is called the Kickoff. I'm back here with Joe. What's up with you, Jody?
Yeah, what's up, man? Shit, felt like we was off for a whole year.
I know, man.
I had everybody hitting us up, asking us, like,
where we
coming back,
yeah.
where the show at, send me the show and everything like that. So, yeah, I'm glad to be back. It definitely felt so weird not to be live.
I know,
2
right?
days a week, man, but, yeah.
All right, no. And we also got one of our usual members is Nina. I'm sorry. Panda here. How you doing, Panda? I'm sorry. How you doing? I said my bad, man.
Hi there, Greg.
How you been, Panda? I ain't seen you in a while.
I know. You can calling me the wrong person name and all.
I think somebody at the front door. Well, that's the speak of the devil. She just getting here.
Fine.
What you been doing the whole week you been gone?
Oh, man. What I ain't been doing. Trying to live this way.
Oh, really?
What you been up to?
I've been good. Training people, carpet cleaning, power washing.
What's up, man?
Same old same. Trying to flip another house, get some bread. Try to get enough money last to Christmas type shit.
Okay.
Take me a break or something. We got Nina in the house. Hey, sweet, how you doing? Welcome back. Long time no see.
Traffic, what? That traffic.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
That's good. So, today's episode is called the Kickoff. I'm guessing, Joe, you called the Kickoff is because football season kickoff. That's what it is, or the kickoff of the second
Thank
season?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Jesus.
Which one is it?
I would definitely say because of the football season
Still
kickoff.
football
Man.
season,
No,
okay.
today's the first opening game.
Ooh, Jesus,
KC,
thank you,
Detroit.
God.
Detroit played Kansas City tonight
Yep.
in Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And
Ring
one of the problems y'all gonna have if you got Spectrum, they cut off all ESPN, so you might have to download Sling or get the ESPN app, or you can watch it on Amazon Prime, Hulu, or if you got, I think it come on NFL Network today since it's a Thursday night.
I think so. It's a Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night.
I think CBS.
It's Monday night.
I think YouTube also.
Yeah, I be telling people that sometimes you go to TikTok or Facebook and catch somebody just streaming the whole game. Yeah, it's gonna buff a lot, whatever. But at least you get a chance to check it out. Yeah, should be a pretty good game. Cowboy fan, right?
All day.
Nina, what kind of fan are you?
It's bang bang Niners gang all day long over
Nina,
here.
I'm sorry, Panda. What kind of
second time, man? Second straight. That's second straight.
I'm sorry. What type of football fan are you, Panda? P for Panda.
I don't watch football.
What fan are you? Let's ask you.
I don't have a team. I don't have a player.
So then, what are you talking about? Why you clowning?
I play football myself. I watch myself. I go get my jersey out the garage and put it on.
Dude,
and
please
go
don't
outside.
No.
Okay, hold on now. I just got done playing 2 years ago. We ain't talking about no high school back in '98.
You in your 40s.
Yes, 2 years ago I had 6 sacks and a forced fumble. Had a crack in my knee, and that's why I ain't playing right
for
now.
what team?
I'm the Midwest Lions out in what's that? Belleville.
I see you.
Illinois.
Yeah,
I see you.
You
can't do nothing with them 240 boys out there.
Okay, don't believe that.
So who is it? You say the Cowboys and who else?
I'm the Cowboys. She's a 49er fan.
The Cowboys and the 49ers.
I just like people. I just like to keep the gossip
I wouldn't know
going.
who was playing on who.
Please believe. It's 9-9.
Well, you know the good thing about football,
Niners
if you're a true football fan, college started last week.
Yes, sir.
And one of the topics we're going to start with is Deion Sanders.
Yes, sir.
Well, he played with, I'm sorry, not play. He the coach of the Colorado Buffaloes.
Yes.
Now, he was at Jackson State last year, HBCU. Now he with Colorado, which is a predominantly white school, you know. It's Colorado, you know what I'm saying? So
I can't figure out how to go live again. I can't remember.
do y'all think that it's hard to be a successful minority coach in America? I'm going to start with myself because I know football. I'm going to say yes because they have this thing called the Rooney Rule. Am I saying it right, Joe? Is it the Rooney Rule or something like that where they have to interview a minority? Ain't it Rooney Rule or something?
Yeah, the Rooney Rule.
How you say it?
The Rooney
Rule? Okay, I don't know. I said Rudy like
for the Pittsburgh owner.
Yeah, that's what it could. Yeah. And yeah, of course it's hard, man, because it's just the way they look at us. Like right now, old boy from Kansas City, Chris Johnson, trying to get him a extension. He ain't got his yet, but Bosa from 49ers got his just today. Yep.
Yes,
so
sir.
So they let you know that they look out for the white dudes, before they look out for the brothers, whatever. Now, mind you, Chris Johnson is like right below my homeboy, Aaron Donald. They like the same person. Aaron Donald just much better. He just right below him though. He should have got paid last year, but they didn't pay him. So being a black coach in the NFL, when you got all those billionaire owners like that, if you don't look like them, they not really messing with you. You kind of gotta. If I think the best that they'll do, I think Mike Tomlin lucked up. Me personally, he gotta be the luckiest brother in football ever. Him and Marvin Lewis, who used to coach the Bengals. They're the only two dudes I know kept their job longer than 5 years. Yeah. Oh, wow. No bull. I ain't never met no other black coach that kept their job longer than 5 years. Cause they fired Lovie Smith after winning season twice. They fired the dude that was the Patriots offensive coordinator. I can't think his name. I know.
No, it was the defense coordinator.
They fired him after
Flowers.
Flowers, but they'll move you. They fire you, but they demote you though and move you to like special team coach or something like that.
Yeah.
But Deion gonna get a lot of flack when he first got there. Now everybody kind of kissing his butt now.
Yeah.
Because they won, and they actually could have blew him out for real.
Well, they did kind of, you know.
So what's going on?
They
So
came
Deion
back.
Sanders is the player, right?
Yeah, he
And
used to
now
play.
No, he's the coach.
So he had an injury or something, right?
So-
Like what was going on with him?
So
No, he got his toe cut off, right?
he got a few toes cut
Yeah, he got
off.
some toes cut off. Or
He had some
something like
toes
that.
amputated. They thought they were gonna have to amputate his foot,
Yeah.
but they were able to straighten out the toes so that he can walk and run better. But I want to get to the real subject at hand.
Talking about Deion.
So
What's
yeah,
the real subject?
no, not about his surgery.
Oh, okay.
Let's
I missed something.
let's talk about the success of the black man. So I realize that I'm not a black man. However, I've raised two already, and they're successful. I have some clear thoughts about, what happened at Jackson State versus, what's going on in Colorado. I believe that he will change. He will be a catalyst for change anywhere he goes.
True.
I'm kind of flabbergasted, maybe aghast is a good word, for the reaction from him changing. Hey, Tori. For the reaction from him moving to Colorado, and leaving. He created what Jackson State has now. He did all the recruiting himself, and created that team that's there now. That coach, and I can't think of his name right now, but I can picture his whole face in my head. But the new coach, they lost to FAMU. Go Rattlers. My son is a sophomore at FAMU. I'm a fan of HBCU, so, of course FAMU, because my son goes there. But anyway, the backlash from him leaving, I want to go back just a little bit. The backlash from him leaving, and I was like, that sounds like some crab in the bucket stuff, like for real. People, success doesn't work that way, at least in my mind, that you stay in some place for 20 years and you do the status quo and it's great and it's marvelous. I don't think that it upsets the apple cart enough. First of all, let's talk about some of the stuff that came out about Jackson State. Jackson State did not fulfill his contract. Jackson State, he filled up and then some that stadium that they were using. I don't think they even had a stadium for themselves. I think they were using. He
made a lot of calls and fixed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they were using other people's state. They were using other stadiums. They were supposed to take that extra money and build a stadium. They were supposed to give some of the other coaches pay increases, and they didn't. That was in his contract, and they didn't fulfill it. So it's not about, he left the minorities behind, and he think he brand new. He been brand new. I've known him since the 90s, and he's been, he's a Florida boy. I'm always repping my state, but he's a Florida boy. He's from, I want to say Fort Myers. So, and he played in Tallahassee, for those that don't know. He played in Florida State Seminoles. He was flashy and all that then. He played for the Niners. He played for the Cowboys. He's played for the Falcons. He's played for multiple NFL teams. So he always been flashy. That ain't nothing new. And I just feel like anybody, that's him in this case, trying to be successful and trying to do more and trying to bring attention to the things that are going on, to me, it's like, instead of getting help and getting congratulated for that stuff, he got help, but he got help from his partners, not from the community at large. And I just feel like, what's that about? Then on the other hand, people go, support black businesses, but don't support a man who's trying to bring attention to HBCUs and to these all college kids, not just black college kids. Maybe that's why they're mad.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things that, once you understand the business side of football and you understand the professional side of it, you understand how it goes. It's just one of those things that's always going to be that way. No matter, Deion can get by with a lot of shit because he's Deion, but the average black coach can't get away with that.
Facts.
Like the dude that left your team, defensive coordinator, is with the Texans, I believe.
Yeah, he got a good deal too.
I forgot, it started with an M. He used to play football too.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryan. He on the short string. The other brother who just went to Washington to the Redskins. He went to a team that ain't really nothing, and they finna sell the team. I already set him up to fail already.
Yeah.
So being a black dude in America trying to coach, the best bet is be a special team, a defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. So what's your take on the joke? I know you're a real football guy.
We gonna like just
Do you think it's hard to be for Deion to be successful?
Nah, I think he went to the right job. I think Colorado playing in the Pac-10 is low expectations there, man. And Colorado hasn't been good in a long time, dude.
Yeah.
So like,
Facts.
he can go right in there. Even if he get to the bowl, that's all you required to do that.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. He just
They're
gotta make a
ranked
bowl
now.
game.
Yeah, you
They're
go to-
ranked in the, I believe, in the top 25. I think they're like number 22.
22. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
so right now he went to the Pac when the Pac is already like finna get exposed, really, because everybody's leaving. Oregon leaving.
Yeah, I heard about that. Like
USC
3 teams
probably,
leaving.
Yeah, I think USC thinking about.
So it's gonna be
leaving.
all his. And you know what's gonna happen? I mean, cut you off.
Yeah.
Mizzou gonna come back. Watch.
I'm trying to get back in the big. Probably go to the Big 10 or go to Big 12.
And then get beat again.
I ain't got time for that.
And be right now.
That's true.
This shit was dominant with like baseball and basketball.
Yeah, that's true.
SEC, you not dominant. They're not dominant nowhere. They baseball team probably their best team right
No
now.
basketball.
They're not even dominant SEC.
Who the
Kentucky
Mizzou?
better.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying? You're not
That is
dominant
true.
even then, though.
that's true.
Yeah, Alabama looks better than you, and LSU look better than you. I think Deion gonna be good. I think the player, like, people gonna want to play for him because of who he is, his name. He brings a lot of education, a lot of knowledge, a lot of motivation, and those are powerful things to do to play for somebody. He makes you want to play for a character like that.
Yeah, that's true.
When you think about him. I think he's doing a good thing having his boys play for him. That's a good look for him. So getting them some, exposure. They could have all went to, SEC.
Alabama wanted his son. Remember?
One of his sons going to Alabama.
The
I'm
other
pretty
one-
sure
the
Phil
other
went to
one was
Florida. They
supposed
could
to
play in
go
the
to-
ACC.
Yeah.
Shout out
know.
to Shador, 5 touchdowns, I think, and over 500 yards passing. Good Googa Mooga.
Right, and I do think that it's very good for them to do all that. I just think back to the original question about the minority thing. I think it's hard in general for a minority just to make it anywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do, if it's sports, if it's just being an entertainer, being some type of influencer. I just think it's harder on a minority because I think the problem with our narrative is I don't think we appreciate nothing. Just us in general, like our community. I don't think we appreciate nothing. Like, we look at it like, okay, you flashy. In order for you to be flashy, you got to have the latest ride. You gotta have all this jewelry on, man.
Ugly J.
Yeah, you gotta have like weird type of swag, man. And so like, wearing all these rainbow colors and everything like that. So it's just a lot of stuff that goes on with our community. It's not hard to really get famous. All you gotta do, you can get famous for doing ignorant stuff. To be honest with you, all you need is one video go viral.
That's all you need is that one.
You straight for the rest of your life. You can ride a couple summers off that one video.
Sure could. Invest that money.
And so I think we just don't know how to invest right, and so we spend our money on stuff that has no value.
And they watch us do it too.
Yeah, and they watch us do
Guns
it.
and butter.
Yeah, and so that's why we don't end up never. I think that's why nobody take us really serious, and we think about like minorities and stuff like that, because we don't take the job serious. Now, going back to the sports analogy is, you was like saying what is best position for a minority to come to if they want to coach in sports. I would say, I wouldn't go NFL route. I would go basketball route, because minorities actually live.
Yeah, basketball
more,
love you.
Yeah,
They love black
they'll
people
love you
very,
in
yeah.
basketball.
That's true.
They would love you, to be quite frankly, in baseball a little bit too. It's hit and miss. It's just depending on where your position.
I
coaches.
say you get more love there than
Like hitting
football,
coaches.
yeah.
It's a lot of African Americans hitting coaches and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I think with football, if you're gonna go the football route, you don't need to go defense. You need to go offense. You need to be a quarterback. You need to be a quarterback coach, or you need to be an offensive coordinator. Because the way the game is so exciting now. They putting up points. If you coach a Hall of Fame quarterback, you instantly gonna get a job. I don't care if you're gonna get a pro job. You're gonna get a college job.
3 times.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why defense don't mean nothing, bro. People give up 40 points a night.
But defense wins games, though. So
Get to the ball.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm saying. Get to the ball, young man.
Yeah.
All right, well, Panda, are you familiar with football? You understand the question a little bit?
You just talk about
Well,
minorities in general.
okay.
Well, it's
you know
not
who
really
Deion
a football.
Is, right?
It's not
I
really
know
a
who
football
Deion Sanders
question.
Okay, but move Deion out the way. Say his name, Chuck Rogers, something like that. Do you think it's hard for a black man to be successful in America being a football coach?
I
and
think
why?
it is.
And why you think so?
I would say you might have, they might undermine you, one being African American, or, you know what I'm saying, being a black man. They may not think that you have the best direction for the team. They may not like the calls you want them to do or the plays that you want them to run. They may not like that, okay? So you might meet some, some challenges coming in, but I think that at some point, if they see that you kind of know what you're talking about, you're getting them some wins and, some things are moving right, I think it'll get better for you. But I think that on the administrative side of it, it might be harder too, because they may not even want a black man in that spot to even be the coach of a world-renowned team, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that might be, kind of stiff for him even to get into that spot, and then it's like he might have to work a little harder to keep his spot.
Yeah, the black coach do got to work 10 times harder, like probably 20 times harder. That is true. Well, thank you for your input. Tori, welcome.
Hey,
Long time no see.
been a minute. Took a little break.
Are you familiar with sports? You know who Deion Sanders
You
is?
already know the answer to this question.
No, I don't. That's why I asked.
I'm not a big sports.
No,
Oh,
she
okay.
doesn't.
Well, that's why I say we'll change his name. His name Chuck Rogers. Whatever. Do you think it's hard for a black man to be successful in America dealing with sports, like being a coach for like I'm sorry, not kickball, baseball, boxing, whatever. Just any type of black dude in a position of power.
I think
And why?
in general, sports, inside sports and outside of sports, it's harder for minority to be successful in America for multiple reasons at that. So one, it starts off like childhood and stuff. Non-minority groups, when they raise their kids and they coming up, they automatically like teach their kids like financial freedom, or the ins and outs of businesses, getting them set up, getting them prepared to just kind of do what they're doing and have their own footprint, and be it that they're in a leadership role, coaching, basketball, football, outside of sports, whatever the case may be, they are automatically instilling that in their brains young, especially as kids.
Okay.
Now on the flip hand side, for minority groups, Black African Americans, Hispanics, those type of things, it isn't really taught the same kind of way to get it on your own, get into these leadership roles, or just putting yourself out there, even outside of sports, owning your own business and stuff, that stuff's not taught in high school and college. We're not taught to go after our own stuff. We're taught to go to college, work for somebody else, get a good job, and pay off all your student loans, and by the time you're done paying off your student loans and you 40, 50, then then you could live your life type of thing. And with that with that trained mindset, that doesn't really give anybody room for the potential that they have inside them to step up and get into these leadership roles, get into
What happened to your
their
mic?
own businesses or sports or whatever case may be. So yeah, it's automatically harder for minorities in America, especially starting just growing up. It automatically starts there.
Okay. Well, thanks for your input. Moving on. The next question is, what's the worst piece of advice someone ever gave you? I mean, worst piece of advice. Say somebody told you to make chitlin loaf like a meatball.
Chitlin loaf.
Whatever it may be, I need something bad advice that somebody gave, rather be a parent, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, teacher, whatever. I'm going to start with you, Panda. What's the worst
You
advice
would
somebody
come
ever
to
gave
me.
you?
I done got over the years. I done got a lot of bad advice. A lot of bad advice.
What's the worst you ever got, though?
That's a tough one, for real. 'Cause I done got a lot of bad advice. I'm gonna exclude the upbringing advice, because you have to pick and choose what you want to do. I would say the worst piece of advice I ever had was to try to either work it out or stay where it's probably like done, where you need to leave, you know what I'm saying, for as a job, job, relationship, anything. When it's time to go, it's time to go. But you might want to try to stay over a little longer. They might tell you just don't give up so easy, or You know, so I think that's the worst piece of advice because as I done got older, okay, when I know it's time to go,
Yeah.
I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to say. I'm wish you well. And I'm going to see it's a red flag issue, whatever it may be. Job, employer, whatever. Oh, okay. Because I got to lunch and don't come back.
Who gave it to you? Who told you that?
I'm trying to exclude, like, upbringing. But I can't. So I would just say, you know, I want to say, like, family.
Oh, they told you that?
I'm just say family. I ain't gonna exactly point out the who.
But
I'm just gonna say like family. You know, they'll want you to work a crappy job. I mean, I worked hard. You know what I'm saying? Being younger, I worked real hard, and I worked so hard that it ran me in a circle. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I probably should have got the advice to focus on the education early on versus trying to work at McDonald's. At some point I was a housekeeper, like, you know, so instead of working them type of jobs thinking if I work real hard I would get the things that I wanted, like early on, house, career, whatever, you know, my little dog Toto or whatever, you know, but I basically worked myself in a circle for so long. So instead of like saying, hey, this ain't working, do something different, maybe focus on something else, you know what I'm saying, I just was like, stay. It was just told like, you stay there and you do what you got to do, you know, so that type of, you know, advice.
I can see that. Okay. What about you, Joe? Who gave you the worst advice ever?
I would say,
what
like,
was it?
Parents give you the worst advice. What I mean by that is they'll tell you some stupid stuff like put your stuff in storage and come live with me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's super bad advice. And what I mean by put your stuff in storage, meaning that they would go out there and they would let's say like you struggling or something. I think that's the worst thing you should ever do is like put your stuff up and go live with somebody. I'm gonna tell you why. When you go live with people think that they supposed to like lower their bills. That's why they go live with somebody.
Yeah,
it's to lower your bills, and so you can stack more money. And so when it's time for you to leave, you have way more money. But what you fail to realize is you become undisciplined. So you spend more money because you have lack of bills, or you go on and help somebody else lower their bills, like paying half. So they stacking more money by you being there, but you have restrictions and stuff. And so that's why I think that is some of the worst.
Somebody told you that?
Yeah, people told me that. Like, you gotta think about it. Think about times where you might have eaten where stuff got hard before.
And somebody told you put your stuff in storage, come stay with me.
Yeah, yeah. People,
I heard it before.
Yeah, people tell you that, bro.
Who told you that?
Man, I'm gonna go all the way back from when me and my baby mama was dating when I was younger, man, like early 20s. I remember one time, you know, I had just lost my gig. She was just like had our daughter, and so I would say like she was working part time at that time, and some things happened. So she was like, you know, this not the spot for us. Let me go back to my mom's house. You go back to your people's house, stack some money up, come back together. But I was always taught, man, like, you know, you only person to get you out of anything is yourself.
Yeah,
that's the
true.
only person that can get you out of it. I'd rather struggle in my own stuff than go make somebody else's life easier by paying half their bills. And all you got is a small little sale.
You told her that? You told her that?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And she went back and she did it. And, you know, 6 months later, she came back to like, okay, let's work things out. But I still had the spot. Yeah. Still had that because I feel like it's like a defensive mechanism inside of a person. When your back is against the wall, that's when the real survival instinct of yourself come out. Think about it like when you like starving. You going to go and figure out how to get some food. Yeah. That's why people eat from the garbage. I hate to say that, but people eat from the garbage. People will beg. People do whatever it takes for them to eat because the survival instinct is telling them they have to do that. Yeah. They have to survive by any means necessary if you're not ready to give up. And so that's why I think that's just some of the worst advice to ever give somebody, to tell somebody, put your stuff in storage, come back and live with me. I want to do a study on that. You'll see how many people actually lost way more money by doing it. Somebody,
that's real.
I'd say the worst advice came from my mother. She told me, as long as you treat a woman right, you'll never go wrong. Which was the dumbest advice she could have gave me. Because that means there's no room for error. That means that everybody you meet going to be perfect as long as you do your job. That ain't true.
Right.
So that's the worst advice I ever got. Now, I used that, I think, till I was about 28. I think 30. That's when I was with my other ex-girlfriend at the time, and she showed me that was a lie. That does not work at all. No matter how good you do, no matter what car you buy, what bill you pay, what trip you go on, whatever.
Right.
I had to sit down one day and think to myself, like, damn, is it really like this? Really, no matter what you do, they still ain't. No, I had to find the hard way, so it's trial and error. I really wish somebody would tell men the real deal and tell women the real deal instead of selling us these dreams that, if basically what my mama did, she told me what she wanted a man to do for her. She should have told me how the game should go. You know what I'm saying? But not too many women going to be honest and tell you that, it's chicks out here will leave you because you doing good. Yeah. It's chicks out here leave you because you lost your job. Yeah. It's chicks out here leave you because, you comfortable working, washing dishes, and she wants you to do more. Nobody tells that to you.
It's men that'll leave you for those same things, too.
That's what's up. Yeah. So if nobody tell you this thing, you go into war without nothing in your hand, basically. Right. But a butter knife. Everybody got everything up with every weapon on the table except you. You the only one out there. Then now when you got your weapon, now you ready. Now you older, you defensive, you get it now. But that's one of the worst advice. I ain't told my daughters, I ain't told my sons no crap like. I would never say nothing like that.
What was it again? That
no matter what you do for a female, she'll always be good to you as long as you treat her right. Right. So Tori, what's the worst advice somebody ever gave you, and what was it? And who was it? I'm sorry.
I mentioned this one before. Frankly, I don't remember who it was because at this point it was probably about like 8 years ago. And I probably gotten it from like one or two different people or whatever case may be. But it was the usual advice, you're not going to make money on art. And then, my family, pushing me to go to college, that type of thing. Like, I know they wanted me to have like a life set for myself and that type of thing. But at the same time, I went to college for nursing. And after a year, I was like, yeah, this ain't it. I still got to pay that off. And, I could have been, in my art thing, quite a bit further along as far as where I want to be in my tattoo career, that type of thing. So, yeah, I just, I feel like if it's something that you got your mindset on that that you want to do, that, you should do it. I wouldn't say, like, listen to anybody else say that, like, oh, this is not going to have you set up for life, for real, or, this, that, and the third, because, you can really surprise yourself and surprise a lot of people, especially if you, thinking big and, you not just limiting yourself as far as, where your potential is and where you want to be, so, yeah, that was the worst piece of advice because I probably, if I hadn't listened, that would have been a whole year that I could have, been working on my craft or, a whole year that I was working towards, like, getting a building or, just that type of thing. So I think about that all the time. But, yeah.
Okay, Nina, what's the worst advice you got and what was it? Who said it to you?
Over the years, I've gotten some really bad advice, too. And it's been from a majority, from a all different types of people. But I think one of the things was child rearing. And when I was a single mother, they trying to tell me about life as a single mother. Well, if you're a man, you can't tell me about life as a single mother. If you're a married person, man or woman, you can't tell me about life as a single mother. You can only say what you have seen from other people or what you opine. Other than that, it's just that, an opinion. You're just opining. You're not offering any real concrete advice. You're going by what you see. Like, I was told stuff like, you went and had this baby now, you ain't gonna be able to go to college. My baby watched me walk across the stage and he knows I have 4 degrees. Things like that. That's gonna hold you back from this, or that's gonna hold you back from that.
That type of stuff.
Yeah, and you shouldn't have done that. Well, there's nothing I can do about the baby that's already here. I can't put him back. He's already here, so I shouldn't have done that. And you should have done it this way. Well, I concede that we should all wait till we're in a good a good financial situation to be able to raise a child. And I wasn't necessarily in the greatest of financial situations, but I You know, I thugged it out, rose up. My kid saw me struggle. My kid watched me work full time, go to school at night, and still do an internship as well. You know, he watched all of that. So now if you ask him who his superhero is, he says his mama.
That's what's up.
So there you have it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Good conversation right there. All right, so next one gonna be very interesting.
Next question.
If you could spend the whole day with anyone, who would it be? Start with you, Joe.
On me?
Yeah. And why?
Is this living or dead, or it doesn't matter?
It could be Marvin Gaye. Whoever you want to
Okay.
spend time with. You know what I'm saying? You could.
I feel like I don't want to go family. I think that's too cliche. I think everybody gonna always pick a past tense relative that's probably deceased or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I will probably lean more a celebrity route, and so I would go MJ, bro. I think Michael Jordan would be somebody.
Oh, boy, I thought you said
I
Michael
thought you
Jackson.
still was
What?
talking about Michael Jackson too.
I'm gonna go
Y'all
MJ.
teach you to dance?
Nah, I'm gonna go Michael Jordan. I think being around him will be very, very influenced to me. It's a lot of stuff I would like to pick his brain about. I like to hear his business side of things. I would like to just hear some of the maybe adversity and that he had to go through when he was trying to make it in the 90s. Because I think the 90s is a little bit different era than it is in like these 2000s and
Yeah, with no cell phone.
that's what I'm saying. It's a different era. That's what I'm saying.
It was a Zach Morris phone that really big.
But I mean, it was more vulgar back then. You got to think about some of the stuff that happened back then, though, man.
I mean, a lot of them was on that booger sugar.
Yeah,
back then,
So you got a lot of that going on and
Yeah.
stuff, and it was more flashy back then. I think they were way more flashy.
You think so?
They was way more flashy.
You think so?
I think they was way more flashy, man. That's where all the strip clubs came from.
You think so?
Yep.
Well, I ain't never heard nothing like that. That's new right there, boy.
All-Star games, Austin. That's what the legendary all that came from. Is all from the 80s and 90s era. The All-Star weekend when girls used to go up there for All-Star weekend and everything.
I think that started Freaknik though.
Was that like your 80s, 90s?
That's like the 80, 90, yeah, 92.
That's what I'm
93.
saying.
Yeah, something like that. Now I'm saying that brought the chicks out. They
Yeah.
went to the Freaknik. They got the information. We need to go to the Pro Bowl or
Right.
whatever like that. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think Michael Jordan would be somebody I definitely would want to learn from and just to talk to and just to pick his brain. I know you don't like to hear that because you'll get some.
because you know I'm over here seething like.
I know you'll get some though, man. But I think he has a lot of knowledge.
That's like Donald Trump's twin brother. I heard you. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Because he shall build jail. So you'll build a jail. I ain't gonna go there with you. So Panda, who would you spend if you could spend the whole day with somebody? Who would it be and why?
Man, if I could spend the whole day with somebody and why. Now, initially, okay, y'all just said it. I would say Donald Trump.
Wow.
Now, reason being,
You gotta hear this one. This
reason
gonna be interesting
being,
right here.
okay, is because he is a extraordinary businessman.
True.
Now, true enough, his family history, okay, yeah, I gotta go look them up, but they was something else. They kind of, five-finger discounted a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's a, but
And he gonna teach you how to file bankruptcy.
he's definitely, far as business goes and making money, you know what I'm saying? Things that you need. The money is there, you know what I'm saying? It's in different ways. Hotel, he got all types of different ventures, stocking other people's companies. And
Well, let
things
me
like
ask you a
that.
side question. You won't want to follow Oprah because she do the same shit?
No.
Really? Right. Again. That's something there. Keep going.
No, I mean,
I would think Oprah because you're a black woman. Y'all, stick up with each other.
no, not Oprah. No, she's cool. You know what I'm saying? Nothing
That's
against
what's up.
Oprah, Harpo, none of that.
No Harpo.
However, you know what I'm saying? That's her, company, Harpo.
Yeah.
Nothing against them. I love me some Oprah. But him, okay, I don't know.
Just
The
something about
United
it, huh?
States, you know what I'm saying? They would recognize him before they would recognize a black woman. Now, he would be able to give me some different insight from the man stature of power to money, because that's what, the United States precedes his power,
True.
is the money. You know what I'm saying? So he would be able to give me some pointers on what I could do to have, like, his hands is in so many different pots. It's ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
So I would say Trump. If I could spend a day with Trump, I would spend a day with him with my notebook and ask him, hey, spill. I'm going to just sit and write. I ain't even got to say nothing. I'm going to follow him like a puppy. I'm going to be writing and writing, recording and writing, and that's it.
That's what's up. Okay, I was not expecting nobody at this table to say that. All right, Nina, if you had a day spent with somebody, I know it ain't Trump because the way you hit that buzzer.
Oh,
Who
no.
would it be and why? Who would you spend the whole day
I
with?
wouldn't last 30 seconds with him because I'd start telling him how vile I think he is. And it's interesting that vile and evil have the same letters in them. They're just, and he fits the
You
bill
know,
for
Naomi
both of
spelled
those.
backwards. I'm on. Ain't that crazy? You go ahead. I just thought.
So Naomi spelled backwards is I moan.
Just a brain tease, but you go.
Right. That's a good one though. For me, for real, it would be Jesus.
Really? Jesus walked like Kanye West, huh?
If no comparison at all.
Well, he's talking about Jesus in the song. Jesus walks. So, now, what would y'all do?
He trying to put himself into that. I would get as much like teaching and advice and knowledge from him that I could possibly get to be in this world and still be able to love on people. Like every day it is a challenge to love on every single person that you encounter. And that's what that's what WWJD comes from. And so for me, it would be an incredibly humbling experience and an experience to learn and grow.
That's deep. That's very deep. One thing you say Jesus, one thing you say Donald Trump. You know, I got a shirt on the side note say, what would Greg do? I say, what would Jesus do? It's pretty dope. I'll wear it one day. All right, Tori. So, you got a chance spending a day with somebody. Who would it be and why?
I had to think about mine for a little bit while y'all answer y'all question.
Everybody answer already. What did you say?
But no, everybody answered. I got my answer. It's
I
just in the
thought you
process
said you
of
still
y'all.
thinking, like,
No,
what?
I ain't still thinking. I
No,
got
she
it.
said she was thinking
Y'all-
while everybody was
Okay,
talking.
I'm sorry.
But no, I would
Don't do her.
I would have to spend a day with Jay-Z.
Really?
I say Jay-Z because
thought about that.
he got it up out the mud on his own. Not like he might have people around him and stuff, but he really found his own lane and found his own way. And it was like he learned the rules of business. He learned, how to get up there, and then found his own way at the same kind of way. Like, so it's like for that, I would love to spend a day with Jay-Z, pick his brain, what kind of advice he would give, with himself when he was younger before he got to this point. Like, what kind of things that have helped him get to where he is now. Because, Jay-Z, to get to that point, it takes a lot of knowing when to say yes, knowing when to say no. When you're in business like that, you get all these deals and stuff that sound nice. You get offers that sound like they really gonna have you set up and stuff like that. And you gotta really know, like, when to turn them down, and then, when to just, go and create your own lane in a sense. So, yeah, Jay-Z.
Okay, that's what's up. Y'all named some really good people. No, I'm not gonna say LeBron James. I know that's what you thinking. He already the king. He up there with King David, or you name or whatever. So we're gonna move past that. If I had to spend a day with somebody, it had to be Kevin Samuels, because this man came out of nowhere from working at a fragrance store, talking about how dudes need to grow up, how men need to dress, and just teaching dudes basically how to dress like a man. Stop dressing like the brat. How the brat still dress like she in the 90s in high school. Like teaching dudes how to dress. And then from him to go from having like 5,000 followers all the way to 1 million. but the movement that he was making, trying to get all black people together and teaching you stuff, not just like, I know people look at Kevin Sanders' person as putting people down. It really wasn't. Because for one, they called his show. He didn't call you. That's the first thing. Second thing is that he's telling the truth. He never lied about anything. I don't know too many people who give advice that don't lie. Look at Steve Harvey. Look at Derrick Jackson. Look at Dr. Phil. I just found out Dr. Phil's wife left him. I just found that out. Did not know that. That messed me up. I say, man, how Dr. Phil White leave him? I digress. So yeah, if I had to spend some time with somebody, it would be Kevin Samuels, man, because he was a movement, man. He was shaking the ground. He was, I mean, dog, like, I mean, he showed with a $1,000 suit on and $80 cologne. Tell you this
dressed up garbage can.
Ain't that the man that was talking about black
See,
women all
A
the time?
That's what I'm
dressed
talking
up
about.
garbage can.
That's what I'm talking about.
When he
So,
found with a
Nothing
Trini,
but spewing garbage.
not at all. Nothing he said he lied about. What he lied
it was
about?
G-A-Y.
He told a lot of. I will say.
What he lied about?
I will say that he told a lot of truths. It was
What
his
did he-
delivery.
That's
You
the
don't have to
power
call
with women.
people
Y'all,
out their name
y'all
and all
won't-
that
But you gotta
to
remember,
get-
people call his show. He didn't call nobody's house. They can't speak to Tasha.
Facts.
So if you call him and you got that type of energy, he return it. It's like that
get
little
that.
meme I
That's
see
true.
women post a lot talking about why would a man return give a woman the same energy she giving him, just leave or something like that. That don't even make it don't even make sense.
That doesn't make sense.
Oh, you know, women they drink delusional juice and
I
spill
don't
out
know.
stuff.
Do you think I know
But-
women?
No, I'm just saying when I see it, I know you see them posting crazy stuff, but if you call somebody, raising your voice and the questions about if you think a high value man want a big woman or do he want an older woman, he want a young woman, call and say, no, I don't think so. And then he give you information, get off the phone. But you call her and saying, yo, scan know what you talking about, he gonna give it back to you. Or
I guess that is true.
don't call.
Right.
If nobody ever called him, you never heard nothing about him. I know, that's what I'm saying. So I would
I
love.
don't need to call them.
I would love to just get the game because I like getting game from OGs. It's some young cats that knows, like Joe be teaching me some stuff every now and then. It's some females teaching me some stuff every now and then. But when you want that game talk, it ain't about because it's the sky blue or the sky MF in blue. It's still blue. It don't matter how you dress it up.
That's true.
It's still blue. So
That's true.
that'd be the person I kick it with.
But you
So
you can carry
off the
yourself.
side note off of what Panda said about Donald Trump, we go to the next question. Do y'all think Donald Trump mugshot was staged?
I googled it earlier too, cause I had.
Do you think it was staged? I mean, there's one dude still locked up. Man, he ain't
Yeah.
got no money for bail.
Yeah.
It's a brother of all people.
Yeah.
Everybody else got out. The
Yeah.
other chick was smiling. The black lady was smiling.
Oh my God.
Donald
She
Trump
looked-
looked like he was angry.
And she looked like she was possessed.
Yeah, she looked crazy as that thing.
I'm
And
gonna look at
Mary
everybody.
Giuliani, whatever, he looked
Right.
like he was about to pass out. Like,
Baby,
that
she-
one
Right.
girl that was doing that.
yeah,
she
looking
was
like
like
that.
On
this.
a
She
scary
looked
movie
crazy.
or something.
With that
Yeah.
crazy smile.
That
It
was
was
the
I
one
think it was
for,
a publicity.
So, do you
stunt.
think it was staged, Joe, for a candidate policy or like, because the
the presidency
it's next year?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was staged, man.
Now, before you say, which part do you think is staged?
The whole mugshot thing.
All those people.
I think his mugshot the way they did his mugshot situation.
You
How
think
did-
so?
That was like
Yeah.
And why is
a
that?
scheming.
I think it was because it was another way of selling more, selling more articles and stuff like that. When you put his mugshot, you put anything Trump name on there, just Google on YouTube or anything, it goes viral like crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And so you put that mugshot out there. That's funny to see a president with a mugshot.
Yeah.
Or ex-president, however you want to look at
Yeah.
it, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that before.
But we got to get a history books and get somebody who know history.
Yeah.
Either what's not JFK. What's his name? Nixon. Didn't Nixon get locked up or take a
He
mug
did.
shot?
Got arrested
and
and
then somebody
got
before that, USC Grant or somebody
got
or something like that. Some other stuff but he got impeached though.
impeached. That's
He
what I
got
was getting ready
impeached
to
for
say.
real. Like
And
they kicked him out.
he got
Yeah.
hasta la
And
bye-bye
I think back in the
impeached.
day, like in slavery times, another president
Right.
that did some old crooked stuff. Forgot his. It ain't Jefferson.
Right.
I don't know. Everybody on the dollar bill crooked. I mean, any amount of money you got crooked. So
I mean,
pick your poison. You know what
be
I'm
in
saying?
politics, that's a cricket game anyway. To play
Yeah,
politics
yeah.
and stuff. But I just think that it was to me it's more viewerships, man. It's more reasons because like right now, if Trump would run and he go against Biden. I don't think Biden can make it back in office.
Heck no, he not gonna.
I don't think. I don't think
sending
so.
$700 to Maui, but sending billions of dollars to Ukraine.
I don't think.
And then building a wall with $4 million.
Man, people get mad at me all the time.
What'd you say?
I don't pick between neither houses. I'd rather be independent. I think the world should go independent, but they would never introduce a third house.
Of course not.
They won't never do that.
Well, people shouldn't vote anyway. This is a prime example. What you're voting is worthless.
Yeah.
People should know now. All that they did for years.
Well, they have write-ins. You can write in your vote.
But they still gonna pick who they want.
Right.
When you
Well, the
get
house
done.
is gonna run everything.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They need a bomb. I think that the houses need to be reset.
We don't even need a president though, bro. If you think about it, to do what?
You need a figurehead. You need a figurehead, dude.
To do what though?
You just need a face of a country, bro.
Yeah.
You need a face of a country because you gotta think about this. If even if you have if you go back to like medieval time, anytime you have council, you still need that one person that can kind of like have that final vote,
presides
over everything, because all they're gonna do is argue amongst each other. If you had the houses just represent the United States, they would just sit there the whole time.
But
arguing.
somebody over Biden though. Who was over Biden?
You said who over Biden?
Yeah, somebody over him.
It's the Congress.
But the way it works is there are checks and balances. So he can't do anything without them. They can't really do anything without him. They have certain powers. The Senate has certain powers. The House of Representatives has certain powers, and the president has certain powers. So then together they complete all the powers.
Right.
But without each other, if you pull one out, you take their powers that they have or their decision making or whatever you want to call it. You take that away. So that's why there are what's called checks and balances. By the way, I want to make a point to Greg. You were correct. It was Ulysses S. Grant who was arrested.
Yep. It was money laundering or racketeering or something like that, wasn't it?
President Ulysses S. Grant by officers of the Metropolitan Police Department of the District of Columbia, all for speeding by horse.
Yeah, that's what I said a long time ago.
Grant, who led the Union Army to victory in the war, was widely known for his prowess as a horseman.
Yeah, I just think Trump gonna get back in, man. Just because I don't see unless it's a Democrat candidate,
somebody that's on the rise that we don't know about.
And a lot of people think they think a woman's next for the presidency.
It ain't gonna be Kamala Harris. I could.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they would ever. It's only two women I can see them put in office, and one of them can't get in because of that whole CIA scandal. That was Hillary and Michelle if she ran. But I think the thing about
she would win by a landslide.
She would win by a landslide, but she would never run because it would
stress.
Not that it would diminish Obama's legacy of why he got into the office. If you think about it,
would be a competition.
It would be a competition because her getting there, she's gonna not only will she be the first woman, but the first African American woman on there, but on that she'd be the first president. First lady to be a president,
and so that makes Obama the first man.
And not only that, you know,
make him the first man.
People don't tell nobody. I think people will be looking at him as less than because it would take. I think it would take away.
It would take away.
I think she'd be a fabulous president. By the way, let me go on record and say that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would happen.
Okay, this goes to you, Nina. So I know you dislike Trump in so many ways. Do you think the mugshot was staged, and do you think it's just part of?
Probably everything about him is staged. I mean, he's sitting up there autographing Bibles. Yeah, he autographed Bibles and stood in front of the church he never went in, never set foot in, but sitting there with Bibles, signing his name, giving them to people. Are you kidding me right now? I think everything about him is fake. From the top of his fake hair to the bottom of his fake feet.
Not his fake feet. So the man got fake feet, man.
Whatever. I'll never know because I won't get ever close enough to him to find out.
Nah, you never.
If I can help it. I said, he is evil and vile.
Okay. Tori, do you think it was staged? The whole everybody getting locked up and mug shots and the brother still being left in there. The lady taking the crazy sadistic.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
face.
cap. She look like she belongs on a scary movie.
Yeah, she really do.
Nah, like,
that would scare me if I
seriously,
woke up and saw
when
that.
she get done with this whole thing, they need to
She need to
hire
be an
her
actor,
as an
yeah.
actor.
They really do.
Like, seriously, she'll make a decent amount of money. I feel like she'd be a way more successful
Saw
in
Part 10 or something.
scary movie than in politics. But I would say, yeah, I did read about how none of the first 3 places he got booked in took his photo apparently, and that was his 4th charm, getting his photo taken in Atlanta.
Hold on,
when
he took his
everything
picture
happened.
4 times in one day?
No, they didn't take it the first 4 times he was supposed
How
to.
come? They don't say what?
See what I'm saying? See
it
what I'm
just
saying? See what I'm
says-
saying? Say what I'm saying?
Oh, it doesn't specify that.
Okay.
It was just
It's
saying
too
that they
much.
didn't take it the first
They
time.
locked on like 18 people. They didn't have enough time to do them.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But I guess they want everybody. I don't know. But they could have took it immediately. Like when people doing their job and they
Yeah.
doing what they supposed to.
Oh,
they
he was
gon-
black. They'd have got that picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Got
So
that
it's
picture
like, so
quick.
you ain't get the picture when you was supposed to. Then on top of that, you looking crazy. Looking like an orange with a toupee on.
Facts.
And I just.
So you think it's stage 2, huh?
They had a meme with orange.
I'm
with
pretty
the
sure
orange.
everything still. I know everything happened per se, so it's like all of that. That's true or whatever case may be. And I'm looking at some of these people bonds too. They bonds range between 10,000 and 100,000. And I'm looking at the people that got 10,000. I'm looking at the people that got 100,000. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. It's not adding up. I'm like, how you got this many accounts, but you only got $10,000 bond?
The
Or
math
how
not
you
mathing.
only did this and this, but you
Considering
got.
I've been locked up a lot. It depends on your charges. That's why it's like that.
I'm looking at the charges.
Like we
though,
all
and it
did
don't-
something and you stayed in the car, your charge be cheaper than mine would because I was in there. You
I
stayed in
know, but I'm looking at them and
Yeah.
I seen some of the ones
know.
they was in the back seat of the car, but they charges are still at least $50,000.
So that's why you think it's staged or
yeah,
something
I'm
like
like,
that.
how did y'all didn't correlate
Make it make
everybody's
sense.
bonds right with
Yeah.
what they did? Some of the people they got 5 charges or something like that, and they only got the 50,000. Why you ain't get them the 100,000? Like I'm confused.
Oh, man.
But yeah,
I
so
dig it. So what about you,
that's just how
Panda?
I feel.
It's definitely staged.
Oh my God, that's 4 stages.
Man, look at the picture.
Keep going.
man.
I'm listening.
Look at the picture.
I saw the picture. You look weird on that.
It looked
man.
like he was, doing one of those reality TV shows.
He look like
He
could
was
be
about
on
to
a
say you're
cartoon.
fired.
Like, yeah.
He was about to
look-
say
he
you're
ready.
fired.
He
Like a
ready.
good villain on a cartoon.
Celebrity apprentice.
He ready.
That's
Had
what
the
he
fresh
look like.
lace. Like,
The
you don't
fresh
see
lace.
nothing. Like, he got fresh lace. He got makeup on. Like, the whole thing is just staged.
The merch.
It's staged. You
It's
can,
the merch.
We can keep it at that. Staged.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to disagree with y'all. I don't think it's staged.
Oh my god.
Only reason I don't think it's staged is because the bells. That's the only reason I think it's not
The
staged.
bells?
The bonds. I'm sorry, the bond
Oh,
money.
yeah,
That's
the
the only reason
bell.
I think it ain't staged. Cause if you're gonna stage something like that, it got you can't have all, and that dude can't still be in jail. Like he still can't. He can't. Now him not getting able to get a lawyer is weird. So that kind of make me look kind of sideways.
Yeah, because everybody
Cause
has a right
everybody
to
got
a
a lawyer, but you run and you work for them. Like it's different. You work at White Castle. You ain't got no lawyer get out your bond 100,000.
Yeah.
But dog, you work for them. You should have that in your back pocket. That ain't no money. That's kick around
Yeah,
money for real.
Donald
To
Trump
them.
right there, man.
And they supposed to give you one if you don't have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
real
that
talk.
man probably got a
Hey,
machine.
dog,
to put
everybody
his
else
on.
left with a suit and dress on. He the only one still got the jumpsuit on. That's crazy to me, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Now, that may be a little suspicious, but I think that's his real picture. I think they may took his picture not against the wall, see how tall he is. I think it's just a wall everybody took a picture next to.
Yeah, I saw
He-
that.
That background don't look like what,
He
because usually you hold
posed up.
something or
He took a selfie and gave it to him.
yeah, so maybe something like
Like,
that. You know, since he's the president, well, ex-president, he still got some type of
He got money. That's what that is.
what is it called when the police pop somebody?
Secret Service.
No, immunity. So
Oh.
maybe they can't do all the stuff they do to regular people. I don't
He's
know.
an ex-president. I don't think immunity applies.
I don't know. I think that's part of it. I don't
He
know.
wouldn't have got like he wouldn't have bond right now.
He
if
got a
that
whole
was the case.
suit on
You got a point. I don't
and
know.
a fresh lace front.
They just probably treated him differently, because that's what they do. I've been in
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure.
I've been in corrections, and I was in federal corrections, so I saw some stuff.
Let me say he was the fall. The brother was the fall guy. Y'all can go sit your luck. It's different. All right, moving on. Next question. I know y'all heard about COVID coming back. Of course, they're going to change the name, whatever. If they lock down things again, what you going to do, Panda?
So, I'm the nurse on the panel. I'm gonna do what I did the first time. I'm gonna try to avoid it. I saw a lot of ugly things in these nursing homes in regards to COVID and the virus and the employees and all of that. I had it, that COVID-19.
You caught it?
I had it real bad. Like I said, I was probably.
You was in the hospital?
I was about your color. That's how oxygen deprived.
Thing?
No,
Oh,
I laid in the bed. I was ready to go. Yeah, I didn't know I was that sick, but I couldn't even get up and go to the hospital. It took me like about 4 days
to get to the hospital,
just to get the energy to get out of my bed and go. And then they told me I had it. But it was not nice. If COVID comes out again, one, I'm probably come on out the nursing home. Altogether, okay, because it was in there and it was real ugly, and they did not respect their employees. I'm gonna speak up for the nurses. They didn't treat their nurses right. When that happened, we risked our lives to take care of people. Overtime, didn't get nothing but a lifesaver piece of candy. Okay, a slice of pizza party, which you can keep that. Tell them Panda touch.
Did y'all have, they have y'all giving out the shot? Could they have us give out people the
they have designated people.
You have management would have to document that the vaccine was given to them people. But, you know what I'm saying, that's a whole nother show. If COVID does come up, I think that's something that we should touch on. But if COVID comes out again, I'm going to probably bag away from the nursing facility altogether until that's took down, because they're just not, they not doing what they need to do when it enters the building.
They making this disease from scratch. It ain't like that.
Right. However, it's killing people too. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just killing the older people who might be the target. It's killing, the
one
care
of my
workers.
best friends in the universe.
If it
totally
comes again, okay. All I'm gonna say is this: make sure that you do have your a few LLCs in place. Okay, make sure you got your business.
That's real talk, though.
In a row this time. Okay.
Get that life insurance right now.
All of it. Okay.
We got too many Facebook friends who sell life insurance. Holla at them.
Okay. So we do have a viewer. They say the word is going around. It will be another shutdown in October. They never shut it down. Okay. Which they didn't, but they should have. The National Guard actually came in possibly this October. Okay. Now, back when it happened, I remember in March or April of, was it 2020? Maybe? The National Guard was actually here, coming from Jefferson Barracks. Yeah. Okay? They were coming in, but they told them, no, they were going to shut it down. Everybody who was an essential worker had to have that card.
Because of y'all's fantastic governor.
Without that card, you were going to jail. Okay? They were going to ask you why you were outside. If they shut it down again, cool, but if the way they did the nurses and the healthcare workers the first time, I'm definitely not I'm not going in there with that again.
Buy some chickens and flip them, bro.
Man,
you know what I mean?
All of it.
All right, Tori, what about you? If they do the shutdown again,
oh my God,
what would you do?
I mean, as far as what I would do, that's a great question. I got a lot of mixed emotions about COVID. Because that could have stayed where it was at from the jump, and we wouldn't even be dealing with it right now. But it is what it is. So, I mean, I would have to do the same thing I did before. Just,
awesome.
Yeah, just get through,
Yeah. That's all you can do.
Can't really, the comfortability of tatting people is a little bit different when it's going on and stuff like that. But I mean, just work hard. I mean, jobs stay open, cool. I ain't got to worry about that aspect. But just as far as like how I would have to plan around wanting to do like my tattoo career and everything like that, I would have to like redirect and replan and space out timing and stuff, because all of that plays a part. And COVID hurts businesses. It really does. So that, I guess that would give me more time to work towards what I want to work towards. You know, just kind of pace myself, take my time, not really rush the process and stuff. Which I'm not really doing that right now, anyways. But yeah, COVID's really like a go sit down type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Nina.
So the question was what exactly?
If COVID-19 come back with, and they lock stuff down, what would you do?
I mean, we all have to keep living. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. At the time COVID happened, I was also in a nursing home. It was horrible. We didn't have any residents at the time, but how they did us, furloughing us till whenever, and they did a lot of, well, that particular nursing home did a lot of not above board things. And then I went to another job and I was doing community mental health, and at first they were offering it optional and I refused to take it. Since it was optional, it was okay. But I had a newborn grandson, so the next year I took it because I didn't want what I do for a living to affect him. And it was like all these decisions that I never thought I would make. I mean, I get it that I'm older, but I'm not old and decrepit. So now I'm having to make life and death, possibly life and death decisions. And I think the most devastating thing for me was one of my lifelong friends who was like family to me. He was like a brother to me that I've known since I was like 16. Died of COVID. Perfectly healthy man. He thought he had asthma and a bad flu or something. He went to the hospital. They told him he had COVID, and 2 weeks later he died. He didn't die directly from the COVID. However, they had him in intensive care on a ventilator because he was having trouble breathing. And they weren't moving him, making him move enough so that his blood could stay flowing like it should. So he had multiple clots, and he basically threw a clot. It's called an embolus, and that's what happened, or an embolism, either one. But they're the same thing. So when that clot, when you throw it, that's like the medical term that Panda knows too. That when you throw the clot moves, and then it blocks the way for the blood to pass through, and then it blocks air. So it can either happen to your heart, to your lungs, or to your brain. And so in 2 weeks, this 49-year-old healthy man was gone. And that's been 2 years.
2020?
2 years, I think. It might be 21. But it's for me, what would I do? Keep living, keep doing what I'm doing, continue to protect myself. I still walk with a bag of masks in my purse, always. Clean masks. So,
That's what's up. Well, what I would do, we get some pigeons and we flipping them. That's just what's gonna happen.
Some pigeons?
I'm in
Make sure
business
you
for
come
myself
find
now.
me.
I'm
You
in
just
for
said
See, when it
pigeons?
first shut down, I was working at a nursing home, so I had to wear the whole outfit and touch people, and they was coughing on my hand, and I run out the room like, what you doing, bro? Like, so since I'm working nurse no more like that, every time I don't think people want me in their house cleaning carpet or power washing their crib or something like that. So we got to hit the dance floor. We got to shake something.
Take me with you.
Hey, they used to call me shampoo back in the day. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, shampoo like that head and shoulders out, baby. It's a wrap. What would you do, Joe, if they lock it down again?
I do think it's gonna come, but I don't think it's coming as early as October. I think it'll be like around December when it comes, maybe January.
To shut stuff down?
Shut down for New Year's and stuff.
I think it'll be around that time because usually it's when flu season kicks up because COVID and flu is kind of similar. And so a lot of people misdiagnose it because some people had the flu and they didn't have COVID, but they say you have COVID. Some people has COVID and they say you have the flu, but you really have COVID.
That's true.
And I think so. There's one of those things that is so hard to diagnose. They're just gonna say you have COVID in general. So when the numbers get sky high, it's gonna do it. I think if the world gets shut down again, it's gonna wreck the economy. The comedy right now is
Gonna
not
crash.
big.
It's fragile already.
It's already fragile from it at first, and I think
Yeah, it's hard to sell a house right now.
it's the markets, everything. The interest rates are horrible in the market field right
Yeah.
now. Anything you get an
Inflation.
auto loan, you get
Lord, I
a
just bought my car.
home
My
loan,
interest
you
rate
get
is
you any type of business loan. All this type of stuff is having horrible interest rate. So I think the market would crash, especially with like Democrats right now. I just don't think they are equipped to handle a crisis
Everything
like
going
that.
on, yeah.
Because Republicans throw money at you.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
so they don't
That's
care. They're
true.
like, we'll figure it out 5 years from now.
Yeah, that's why you gotta stay in the gym. Get ready, though.
But
When
that
something
was
come
the
up.
problem, though. You know what I'm saying? They called off the National Guard. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To make you say, hey, go in the house. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no reason to be outside,
Take
go
your ass
in
house.
the
But the
house.
problem is people hate their spouse. So like, how you gonna
Yeah.
be? How you gonna be?
you
got
couldn't
three
come
people,
in there.
You got three people you hate the most. You have the spouse. I mean, not hate, but you don't want to be around
Too much,
24/7.
don't want to be around too
Yeah,
much.
so I would say you have your spouse, you have your kids, and then you have just like being in the house. It's like some people are like out of people. They like
Yeah.
they get like some type of social anxiety just being in the house all day,
Yeah.
man. They gotta go outside. They gotta
Go
go to the
do
mall.
something, yeah.
They gotta be
Well,
doing
it's like
something.
cabin fever, not
Yeah.
necessarily social.
Because I'm a homebody.
Yeah.
I can stay and watch Seinfeld and Martin
Yeah,
be
me
good.
too.
Man,
If I go
Me
to a
too.
park, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, so.
I hope
know
they
one
don't do it
thing.
though, man. I ain't got time for that. They're gonna mess up my money now. I'm trying to retire.
I know one thing. If they do bring that back again, they better freeze them.
it's already out here.
They
Student
pass out some checks, we
loans.
good. That's
It's
what matters.
already
They
out
better freeze them student loans
Again.
again.
They better not
'cause
give
they
us 700 like they did Malibu. Where the hell they sent that money to Hawaii? I need that billion they sent to Ukraine over here. All right, next question. How much time we got left, Joe?
Probably like 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
We'll,
5:40. You said be done by 5.
okay. Gonna get to some entertainment news real quick. Okay. One of the things in the news right now is Diddy. Everybody who's on Diddy roster, he gonna finally give their masters back.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Oh wow.
Now, what's crazy part about it that somebody tried to buy all of them for hundreds of millions, something like Sony or Interscope tried to buy everybody, Mace, 112, Cameron, Lil Zane, you name it, Biggie, whoever, for like $300-400 million. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna give everybody back their money." Now, the catch to it is that they want to buy it for $400 million, but you don't get $100 million for, for Biggie stuff. Like his daughter, whatever, they can't get $100 million for his masters. Like, if Pandora play his song, you'll probably get a cut from that. So he probably should have sold and gave them the money, but Diddy being Diddy, there you go. So he trying to be nice to everybody back they money from how he played them back in the day, whatever. So what's y'all take on that?
I was thinking it was a power thing, but okay.
What about you,
he's
Joe?
being nice.
You forgive him now?
No, I will see. The thing is, he's probably getting royalties off of it still. So
He still, because he's
So
producer.
just because you give it back to you don't mean nothing, man. Most of them
I just
dead
finna say.
and they broke anyway. So
Because
what they gonna do?
Craig Mack
Yeah.
dead?
The only masters that would
Like
be
Rob dead?
Well, the only masters that has really relevancy right
Is
now.
Biggie?
No, it would
Who?
be the Jodeci masters.
Who?
The Jodeci masters. He got,
Josie was with Bad Boy, wasn't
what?
he? They showed
Yeah.
and
Jodeci was with Bad. Yeah, Jodeci was a bad
Years
boy.
ago, like
He
80
produced the
something.
diary.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He produced the diary. What diary? Mad Black. The diary.
The
CD. You know what I'm talking
Mad
about?
Black group.
Yeah,
I know you're talking
yeah,
about. Yeah.
yeah.
Jodeci?
That very first
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Come and
yeah.
talk to me.
Yeah, he did that one.
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, dude,
I did
yeah.
not know that.
I did
was
not
with
know
Bad
that,
Boy.
bro.
Yeah, that was with Bad Boy.
That's crazy.
So I think that would have some relevancy. The 112 will have some relevancy. The
Did he do Silk too?
he
No.
did- I don't know if he did.
No,
so.
that's Keith Sweat.
That's
people.
Keith Sweat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Keith Sweat wrote for
Keith
them,
Sweat
yeah.
did that.
But wait a minute.
Ain't that
Keith
something?
Sweat.
I don't think Keith
Nah,
Sweat was
Keith
with
Sweat
Bad
was
Boy.
on
Ain't
the.
that his son, though?
No, he's on the Interscope.
He was in Interscope with LSG.
Yeah, or
Or,
Jive.
Wait a
He's on
minute.
Jive. He's on
Isn't that
Jive.
his
Yeah.
son? Keith Sweat? Not Keith Sweat. Who was,
Think about it.
who was Diddy's son's the
Justin.
father? Justin?
Justin, his son, the one who
Who
messed
is
with
that?
Lori Harvey. And then Diddy knocked her off, too.
Who was the father? Who was that guy?
Of who?
Remember, one of Diddy's sons is
That's
that
Justin
singer.
is Diddy's daddy. That's his daddy. Is Diddy. Puffy got like
light
what?
skinned dude.
'Cause-
What song did he
He
sing?
got like 5 kids
Yeah,
or something.
because
like
his
that.
baby mama
One of
got
his
popped not too long
children-
ago.
Because
Yeah.
One of
one
his
set is a
children
set of
is-
twins.
Yeah.
No, one of his children that would probably be a marriage, but he's been taking care of him. He was a singer. His dad.
I don't know who you talking about. We have to look that one up.
I can't think of the
Yeah,
name of him, but he
Alright.
had some good music.
Well, At least he trying to be nice. Me and Dre talked about this a long time ago. If he want to break bread and want people to like him, I would give everybody on my label $2 million. Say, all right, man, take it easy.
$2 million.
I'm just saying. Like you said, the mess ain't worth nothing now.
One of them Boys to Men got with him at the end.
No, A-Ball JG did. I know that. Cameron them did.
Well, I know because he got some business ties.
He got business ties with him. I don't know. He might invest in something.
He has 7 children.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So with 4 different women. So here we go. Quincy,
7 different women.
Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance. The twins are Delilah, Lila,
Babies.
and Jesse, and Love Sean.
Oh Lord. Moving on, man. I don't know what to say about that. That dude weird. All right, so you can look this up too. It was a Delta flight that had to be turned around because somebody went in the bathroom and had diarrhea and the toilet overflowed. And by overflowing, diarrhea came all the way down the aisle, and the whole plane smelled like diarrhea. So the stewardess tried to cut the carpet up because, it got into the carpet. They sprayed vanilla spray, all type of stuff. So that's what happened. Whoever used the bathroom just kept flushing, and it overflowed. So they had to land the plane.
Or didn't flush.
And so now they trying to figure out who did it. And like somebody going to tell who did it. Everybody going to tell you who did it.
They know who did it.
You think so?
Yes, them stewardess be in the front and in the back of the plane. They know who went in that bathroom.
Cameras on it.
I'm sure there's a camera on the plane for sure.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say who actually who
But you know
did
what?
it.
But
In
they can't
reality,
have
though,
cameras in the bathroom.
Maybe that person did go in there and have a bowel movement, but those planes are in rotation. Like, them planes be on the go.
Yeah.
The plane do not just, that's that one trip they make all day.
Yeah.
Them
So
planes
that made me want to ask y'all that question. You use the bathroom on yourself or
So what
got
if?
caught up somewhere and had an episode?
But what if it was? Let me just ask one more
Yes.
thing because
What's
I'm
up?
curious. What if it was from someone else? Like Panda's saying, those planes be on the go. So what if it was like a person from the flight before that?
Could have
Nah,
been.
And they flushed the toilet, and then all of a sudden,
No, but then when you come back, you know how it be. Well, you probably don't know. No offense.
Could have
But
been.
you're young and you don't have children. But sometimes your children put stuff. Baby, I found my grandson putting my bracelets in the toilet just a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, they'll come and put something in there, and then it stops up the toilet. But then an hour later, someone uses the bathroom and does,
Oh yeah, you never
does
know.
what you do in the bathroom,
you
puts a
never
bunch
know.
of toilet paper in there, and it wasn't that person who put the toilet
Yeah,
paper in there. It was
they probably came out like sunflower seeds and they got nervous.
Oh my
And
goodness.
that's what happened.
had mud butt.
Right. All right. So back to what you was talking about with Donald Trump. Them, everybody who stormed the Capitol is starting to get locked up now. So the dude who behind it, I can't say his name, is like Enrique.
Enrique.
Yeah, Enrique.
Enrique.
Kind of find out he was the dude behind it. He wasn't there when it happened, but they went through his computer and saw he was telling people how to climb the gate. That's why you saw dudes throw that little gate up there, climb like a little ladder, what time to get there, try to catch them, the ins and out of everything. And what's the craziest part about this dude, that he had a shirt said by any means necessary with Malcolm X on it. Man, that's crazy. And so he got the most time. He got 22 years. The dude with the bull horns on his head, he got 17 with the makeup widow that's kind of like going around. And some other guy can't even. It's some type of conspiracy. It's a conspiracy case that they got, but they doing 22 years. Basically, everybody that he helped try to do it, they in jail there right now with him. So they putting all those people who did the Capitol in one jail. They're not going to like Rikers Island, nothing like that. They going to just a jail for everybody who climbed that fence. They all go into one room and go to jail for years.
That's probably some federal.
Something
private owned. That's a whole
way off.
nother.
You never know. It might be in Boonesville out here somewhere. You never know. You never know.
They be up in there living kush.
Right. Early last week was
Beyonce's
birthday. She turned 42, which I think now that could be fake.
Lord, who
Remember,
cares?
they kept lying about her age back in the day.
Who
Just
cares?
saying. I don't know. Y'all Beyonce fans?
I mean,
No.
I listen to her music, but I'm not part of the Beehive though.
You're not gonna pay $80. I mean, $800 for a ticket. I'm sure it came already.
I go if I see one that's like 100 or
Oh,
something,
okay.
because some people did catch them when they was on sale. But
Okay.
If they give me one free, I ain't going.
Happy birthday,
Okay.
Beyonce. But
Yeah.
no ma'am.
And the other
Happy
thing,
birthday to you, boo,
the
Beyonce.
Roots and
But we
L
don't
Cool J and Grandmaster Flash and Ice-T, they all on tour, but the tour will say Queen Latifah, Night by Nation, but they may not show up. But it's gonna be 10 people come out if you go to the concert. Tickets start at like $150 if you want to go to it. Now, I don't know if it's coming here because I was reading that sign behind you, but they doing some type of trivia, or some type of game show, something like that. And that's all the news I got. But on the end of it, though, I talked to the people in the blind date. They both free after 5 o'clock. I know that Justin said he free on Saturdays. So we're going to look to do a Saturday close to the end of this month. They ready and game and ready to go. Even had 2 other people we're going to pull into this after this, see how this work out. Or we get them hooked up or something like that.
Okay.
We didn't make it to the mall to interview people outside because Joe was sick and I was sick. Just allergies, man. Man, I hate we missed the opportunity, but we gonna go to one of these malls around here and question people, ask questions. So I want people to send me questions to ask.
Okay.
So if you see us out in the mall somewhere, don't be acting funny. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no money, nothing like that. Just a simple question.
I want the money.
Like it's like questions like about basically what we talk about on the show. Like, you know.
But we ain't gonna be mad if they ain't gonna be mad if you bring some money.
No, well, I'm sure the hell they won't.
No, I'm talking about if they bring you some money, y'all ain't gonna be mad.
Well, no, but we'll get to that point real soon. That's coming. I can feel that. Anything you want to add, Joe?
Just talk about the kickoff for the last couple minutes.
Oh, go ahead.
Who you got going to Super Bowl? If you can call it right now. I know you ain't see. You got KC?
That's the best team in the world right now.
Let me ask you this though, real quick. Do you think if Patrick Mahomes win another Super Bowl, that he'd be the greatest quarterback right now?
Yeah.
Like just in general.
Yeah.
Brady fell into a good situation like that that dude you cool with MJ. I can't say what I want to say. He fell in a good situation because you got to remember his division was weak. Yeah. And football was different then because you could push people out of bounds and be more physical. Now you can't do that no more. That's why Brady played to 46 years old because he couldn't get hit for real.
He didn't get hit for real.
And you look at his first Super Bowl,
they had a good line though.
They won off defense. Even they beat the Rams. You know they cheated. They held Marshall fault. They was just getting physical. But Tony Holt not big dudes at all. So it don't take much to be physical with them. But it was that 9/11 stuff going on. There was a lot of patriotism going on. And then out of his 7 Super Bowls, I say 3 of them he deserved. Can you take away Vinatieri, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I'm going to say this, though, man. I'm going to say no.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you why.
Now, hold on. Pat Mahomes playing about 5-6 years and got way more accolades than Brady ever had.
That don't mean nothing to me, bro. I'm going to tell you why, though. Name me a signature Super Bowl that he got.
Who?
Name me a signature.
Well, Pat Mahomes?
Yeah.
The last one. He played with a bad foot. And with the best defense, they had 70-some sacks.
Yes, sir.
There
you
go.
Best defense in the NFL all season long.
That's not a signature.
We were supposed to win that.
Case closed.
Jalen, you trying to say Jalen Hurts the top 10 quarterback to you?
Jay who?
Jalen Hurts.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
I said,
if he didn't get hurt, bruh, it was him and Mahomes for the MVP. Yes.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about you. I ain't talking about last year.
Yes, I believe he is. If you look at that, dog, look at the league right now in the NFC. In the NFC. He's top dog over there.
I said top 10 quarterback. Yes. I ain't saying NFC.
If it's 8, now hold on, now Joe, let's use your logic. Yeah. If it's 8 quarterbacks in the AFC, and it's just him and Dak Prescott over there, that's 10.
It's not 8 quarterbacks.
Top 10.
No, is that?
Yes, if you do the numbers.
I can name the quarterbacks.
No, I'm just saying. I just named this 8 of them in the AFC.
Marquee quarterbacks.
I'm talking about marquee.
No, I know. I'm saying if you look at the NFC.
I'm saying Greg is talking about marquee quarterbacks.
No, he's talking about top 10. I know when you say top 10 quarterbacks, that means that he behind somebody in front of somebody. Right?
Yeah.
So if it's 8 of them that's dope in the AFC and the NFC is just him and Dak Prescott. And nobody look at Dak Prescott as a top 10
quarterback. I was getting ready to say, you talking about Dak Prescott. What they do that at?
I would look at Dak higher than I look at Jalen Hurts.
What?
Jalen Hurts had 1 season, bro. Go back and look at Dak's stats.
He improved in 1 year.
It doesn't matter.
It took Dak 3 years or 4 years to prove.
Dak Prescott.
They gave him way more help.
They call him Dink and Dunk Dak.
You gonna let me say it? Are you gonna let me say it?
Go ahead, Joe. Here come the bullshit, y'all.
Did they not give him way more help?
Who?
Did they not give Jalen Hurts way more help?
Yes, and they gave your boy. They gave Amari Cooper to you.
They gave him in 3rd year.
Okay.
So you talking about?
Okay, but you still had a good squad though.
At this point, I'll take Brock Purdy over.
Because Joe lying right now. When Dak got there, wasn't the O-line top number 1, top 5?
They was injured.
Man, stop it, Joe.
You want to pull it up? You want to pull it up?
You pull it up all you want to, but we know That's the reason
Frederick
Ezekiel almost won the rushing title because
that
that's for O-line. That ain't no bad O-line.
No, Frederick hurt his neck. Zeke first year. Frederick,
and they moved somebody
and he went to
out,
retirement.
and they put somebody in there.
But
and they plugged somebody
that
in.
don't matter. The Hall of Fame line was never the same. What's called Tyron always had back injury.
And
he never played full
1,500 yards
season.
rushing with a bad O-line. Stop it, Joe.
It's not my fault.
Joe, stop it, Joe. You reaching.
Let's keep it a buck. Dallas won anything. How long ago? Hell, I done had a child, two children.
The first Bush was president. Yeah. The last time y'all won.
27
years. He a Cowboy fan, so he gonna stick up for Fuji.
Yeah, we ain't sticking up for him. I'll
I'll
take Brock Purdy.
Well, that old line was tough back then, dog. And they did not let Dak throw the ball 20 yards down the field. And then the next year, Ezekiel got hurt. He got suspended at 6 games, and they still was a playoff team. And they was 8-8 for 2 years.
I don't think Jalen Hurts is
Jalen Hurts is a bad boy.
Man,
I'm gonna tell you top 10 quarterbacks right off.
Quick, make it quick.
I mean, quick. I put
in no order. Just say it.
Okay, I give you Mahomes. I give you Jackson on the Ravens. I give you Herbert. Herbert's up there. I give you Dak is up there. I know you're gonna laugh, but Dak is up there, man.
No,
it ain't a motherfucker where I believe that, but keep going.
Dak is up there, man.
Keep going.
I'm saying no to that one too. Push back.
I'll give you AR. AR still top.
Who's AR? Aaron Rodgers.
I'll give you Aaron
Rodgers. Okay.
I'll give you that.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
I don't like Allen, man, but I'll give you Jared Allen. Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. I'll give you Josh Allen. I'll give you.
got 4 more rooms, 4 more spots now.
Yeah, let me. I'm running through everybody real quick. Kirk up there.
Oh my God!
Go look, pull cousin stats
This
up.
boy say Kirk Cousins. He
stats
don't win on Monday night. He 2-10. Dog, stop.
What are you talking about? Jalen Hurts had 1 season when he went to the Super Bowl.
Dog,
What
to
you
a
talking
Super Bowl,
Right.
not Monday Night Football.
And he probably should have never got there because if San Fran quarterback never get hurt, I don't know if Jalen Hurts would be there. I'm just calling what
this
it
boy
is.
say Kirk Cousins. Make sure you say this in the gym tomorrow.
I would say
That's all right, Brock. I'm rolling with Brock Purdy. He gonna be all right. He gonna be good.
Kurt and who else?
We got him fixed up.
No, I'm just running through every quarterback.
You gotta say Hurts now, bro.
No. Cincinnati quarterback up there.
Burrow.
Yeah, Burrow's up there.
Yeah. Burrow's up there.
I put Trevor. What's called over him? I can't think of his name right
Trevor
now. The Jacksonville
Lawrence.
quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence, bro.
Yeah, I put Trevor Lawrence over him. Bro. Trevor Lawrence had
And who the last spot? If Trevor Lawrence number 9, who number 10?
No, I'm just making
Go
sure.
ahead,
I'm
give
just
it to
looking
him,
at
bro.
all.
Just
I'm
give it to
looking
him,
at all
man.
the starter quarterbacks right now.
You gotta give it to that boy.
Give it to him.
That boy had yards
there
everywhere.
There are 5 rookies starting this year. You gotta give it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, what's called?
Who?
Stafford.
Oh, Jesus.
Is that the show? We done?
Done.
Stafford.
Yeah.
Stafford better than him, though, man.
Are we done with the show? Are we done?
Stafford not better, Jerry?
Are we done?
Stafford not better than Stafford?
Are we done?
We done.
We done. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all see you next time.
Bye, guys.
This boy said Matt Stafford.
Stafford not?
Hell no.
Hell no. Just because he got a high